This episode of the Savaged Unfiltered Show is sponsored by Blackout Coffee. No filter, no surrender. Just pure, dark, caffeine-fueled truth. Whether you're raging through the headlines or cutting through the bullshit, Blackout Coffee keeps you locked and loaded. Strong enough to wake the dead. Bold enough for the unfiltered. Grab yours at blackoutcoffee.com and join the resistance. Don't forget to use code SAVAGED15 for 15% off your order today. The Savaged Unfiltered Show, where the coffee is as savage as the conversation.
Welcome to the Savaged Unfiltered Show, where we say what the hell everyone else is scared to say. Hosted by Michael Gardner. Raw, unapologetic, no filter, no bullshit. Savage.
Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing, old man?
I am top of the morning. I'm doing great.
Top of the morning to you there, Brits.
Good morning to you. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon.
Over the moon.
That's what they say in England too. How you doing? I'm over the moon. Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
I'm glad that our chippy style music before when we were before we went on the air. Yeah, the old man was he was a little upset. Seemed like he was upset. He was just.
I was reading the news. That's why I was upset.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
I was in a good mood, and then I know. Let's see what's happening, and then next, I'm bottoming out because the news is full of crap.
Yeah, well, we put some chipper music on, chipper style music. You know, lucky go, joyful music for the old man. Get him back into the speck of things.
Put the smile on my face, baby.
That's right. That's right. Guys, I did wash the hat, but I managed to have some more pollen drop on my hat again. I can't escape this fucking pollen here in Georgia. I really can't.
I went out to my truck yesterday and it's full. It's all yellow. It's from the pollen in this area.
We got like about an inch of it, an inch of pollen. Yeah.
Instead of snow, it's pollen.
Yeah. Man, so other than that, I mean, my weekend was okay. Had some family fly in. This past weekend. Yeah.
Family time is good time, man. Good for you.
That's right. We went over to the city. We did the Atlanta Zoo. We also did the aquarium and then the Coca-Cola, the World of Coca-Cola Museum. Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool to go to.
Yeah. Well, it was okay in small batches.
Yeah. What was the museum? What kind of museum? Just a general museum or?
Well, I mean, they show you the history of Coca-Cola. They show you how it started. They show you
museum. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. They show you all that stuff. And it was good in small batches.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because the experience on the waiting line wasn't so happy-go-lucky.
You know what I'd do if I went into that museum, that Coca-Cola museum?
What's that?
I'd reach in my pocket, pull out a can of Pepsi, and pop it and drink it right there in front of everybody.
Oh, God.
Security at the Coca-Cola museum throws the old man out on his ear because he's drinking a Pepsi in the Coca-Cola museum.
Yeah. So what I mean by the line wasn't so pleasant is because we had to deal with a hermaphrodite, transvestite, however you want to call them.
Oh, jeez. Are you kidding me?
They're the fucking worst, man. I tell you.
God, bring back punching people in the face. God.
Yeah. And let's just say that I didn't deal with it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
My brother-in-law did.
He looks like a big guy.
He's very, very big. Yes. Does work out, I can tell you that. If you didn't notice that there, Tom, he does work out. Yeah.
Oh, he's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're waiting in line.
Yeah.
And this dude, right, which I got corrected, and I'll explain where I got corrected at. I know you guys there that are tuning in knows where I'm going to go with this. I got corrected, and I'll explain that part. But before I explain that, I want to go into what happened real quick before we continue with the show.
Lay the groundwork, man.
Yeah. My brother-in-law got how can you say it? I don't want to say sexually humiliated or sexually harassed. Maybe it was sexually harassed, but in like a weird, nasty, disgusting way.
Verbally assaulted. Like that, maybe? Verbally assaulted?
No, he wasn't assaulted. Trust me, he's a big boy. He can handle himself. No. He was, I guess you could say he was sexually harassed in a gay, homosexual way.
Right.
And this transgender or transvestite, however you want to label it, this guy was hitting on him. And like kind of humiliating him in a way.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a ton of people there, little kids and everything. And he handled it very professionally, right? And this guy was looking at my brother-in-law and saying, those are some very, very nice muscles. You have like Popeye muscles. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm going to pop you right in the face.
Yeah, before he said that, this guy goes to try to grab his arms, right?
Uh-huh.
And he wasn't having that.
I don't like anybody touching me.
That's right. He wasn't having it. Before he said something, you know, my sister looks at this dude and says, "Hey, you get your fucking shit and your fucking nasty clammy hams off of my fucking man, or I'm gonna pop you to Sunday."
Yeah.
Man. He was about to say something, but she came in like a freight train, man, with her mouth, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's where she gets the Irish side of the family, you know?
The Irish came out in her.
Yeah. Because she's got natural like red hair.
Mhm.
And like she wasn't having it, man. She just like she was pissed. And I said something. I said, "Sir, you know, you got young kids here. You know, can you stop with this nasty behavior?"
Sure.
"What did you just call me?" I said, "I'm being respectful. Sir, stop it." "I am not a sir." I said, "Listen here, you fucking half fucking confused man that doesn't know where the hell he's at from Sunday to Monday." I said, "Listen, I don't care what you identify yourself. You can identify yourself as a fucking dinner plate for all I care." I said, "But I'm going to call you for what you are. I'm a woman." I said, "Okay, keep on fucking saying that," you know? And I got upset. And brother-in-law then took care of the situation, right?
What did he do?
He grabbed this guy and fucking dragged him outside the door and just said, "You're done. Get the fuck out. You're done."
Yeah.
Security came and everything and said, "Is there a problem?" I said, "Yeah, this person was making a scene."
He's harassing us.
Yeah. My brother-in-law had to take care of it. And they talked to him and everything and said, you know, everything is okay and this and that. And I guess they wind up, you know, calling the cops and everything. Cops handled the situation and, you know, dealt with it. And we were able to enjoy the rest of our Coca-Cola experience. You know?
Right. You know, the thing is, you know, you want to do and identify and do all that crazy shit you want to do it, but don't violate our space, you know, and that's what it is. You know, don't bring that crap into this is my space.
Yeah.
Don't violate my space.
That's right.
Do what you want. Do whatever you want. Don't violate my space. And if you violate my space, the tides are going to change. And don't touch me. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I can't stand it either because
keep your perversion to yourself, you know. It's like they say, you can pretend all you want, But how much do I have to join your pretend party? I don't.
Right.
I don't have to join that.
Yeah.
That guy's lucky your brother-in-law didn't just rip his head off.
Yeah. He was about to get there, to be honest with you. But enough of that, guys. We got a big show today. Buzzing in the entertainment / professional wrestling of headlines is Dennis Rodman. That's right.
Oh,
Dennis
shit.
Rodman is entering the WWE Hall of Fame this year of 2026. That's right. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him, because he played a small part in the WWE there for a while, and he brought him some attention. He brought him some ticket sales, and he was good for him. He was good for him.
Yeah. Now, folks are probably gonna question it if they do know the history of WWE / WCW. Well, Savage, he was presented in the 1998 segment of WCW. Yes, he was. But there was a merger shortly, like a few years later, when WCW went bankrupt.
Yep.
Okay. And Vince McMahon saved their legacy, more or less, and bought the rights and copyrights of WCW.
Swooped in and saved him.
Saved them. Saved their entire legacy as a company. So you can
save all the people. Yeah. Save the wrestlers. He saved everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. You can catch the entire library if you head over to WWE.com and check them out. Like, every piece of their content is on that website. All the old videos, everything. So, yes, rightfully so, he's going into the WWE Hall of Fame because WWE had bought out WCW, and WCW is part of WWE franchise.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts? You think it's a good idea? A lot of people are saying it's not.
I think it is a good idea. Rodman is an entertainer. And this whole thing, this whole thing about him going in and being with the wrestlers and all that, it bumped up ratings for him. It wasn't like he was a liability. He went in there as an asset and helped the business. He's an entertainer. He did what he needed to do to help them, and they loved him. They loved him.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about the wrestlers. You got your group of people that love you, and you got your group of people that hate you. So there's people, we hear about the people that don't want this to happen for Rodman, but there's a bunch of people out there that say, yes, bring him in, make him put him in the Hall of Fame. I totally agree with it. Dennis Rodman's an entertainer, and there's nothing any different than any other celebrity going in there and having a go at or contributing to the WWE. I mean, look at Tom Brady. Look what's happening with him. This is all going to end up being a big promotion and a big boost rating for the WWE, and who knows where it goes from there. He could end up doing a little bit more for him, but I mean, give Rodman the notice, give him his props. He did good. He did good. He helped him, and sure, why not? Give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, yeah, it is a good idea, due to the nature of who he is, due to the amount of not only talent, but the amount of money he brought to WCW.
Yeah.
I mean, he brought a lot of money to WCW, a lot.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. He does belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. He brought ratings back in 1998 when WCW and WWE was competing on Monday nights. Hence the term Monday Night Wars.
Yes.
For ratings back then. I mean, you would switch back like you know, when they were on primetime cable back then, this is before streaming, folks, and you would literally flip. I remember in 1998, Tom, flipping back, okay? Like wondering, oh, shit, what's WCW going to do? Oh, shit, what's WWE going to do? You know? And what they would do sometimes is the producers over in WCW, okay, would time out like the advertisements and the commercial reels coming in. And every time WWE would go to a commercial, WCW would stay on the air. And hence, vice versa, when WCW went to commercial, WWE would be on the air. And people would like try to like wonder, oh shit, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when they go? You know what I mean? So it was pretty good, yeah.
You know, I think someone that would be behind Rodman going in there is I can't remember his name now. The blonde-haired guy, the blonde-haired wrestler, Fu Manchu.
You're who's that? Oh, you're talking about Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. He would be behind Dennis Rodman going in there. Yeah. Sorry, I could not remember. I couldn't remember Hulk Hogan's name for the life of me.
Yeah, there's the Hulkster. Yeah.
I think he would. Yeah, he would be behind Dennis Rodman going into it. Yeah.
Well, that was an entire storyline they did in WCW with Hogan and Savage, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage, where Hulk Hogan literally made Dennis Rodman a member of the NWO.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he fit right in. Why? Because Dennis Rodman was technically a NWO of the NBA. You know what I mean?
More or less. Yeah. But I mean, if Hogan was still alive, sadly we lost Hogan last year, folks.
Yeah.
But if Hulk Hogan was still alive, I'm almost positive that Paul Triple H Levesque over there at WWE would ask Hulk Hogan if he would have the honor of inducting him at the Hall of Fame next month in Vegas.
Oh, he would. And he would be all behind it. He'd be all behind it.
Yeah. That would be like an historic mark.
And I'm thinking, Michael, that if Hulk Hogan was alive today, I think if he was alive today, we wouldn't have this negative talk about Dennis Rodman going into the Hall of Fame, because he'd quench it. He'd put the nail on that right away. He'd say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, he'd be totally supporting of it.
Yeah. I mean, they had a lot of chemistry. Let's look at some some photos here. This is Dennis Rodman and Hulk Hogan during that storyline there in 1998. God, almost 30 years ago to this day, just about 30 years ago. Yeah. 28 years, just about. Yeah. And the chemistry, look at the on television chemistry, right? Between Hogan and Rodman. I mean, literally, they worked very well together.
They did.
They were able to sell that to the audience. They were able to sell the storyline. They were able to, feed off of one another's energy.
Exactly.
And that's tremendous, man. Like for us, yes, he was, a basketball icon such as Rodman, to take that into professional wrestling is two different worlds. And Rodman was able to do it so wonderfully.
That's because he had that personality that could cross over very easily, because he was the madman. He was the madman, the aggressor in the NBA. He didn't care. He didn't take names. He kicked butt. He went after it, and that's what he was known for. So for him to transition over into the wrestling, it was smooth. And to hook him up with Hulk Hogan, what a move. It was It was a good move, and Rodman deserves it. He deserves to be in there.
Yeah. I mean, and this is why I believe not only should he be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, but I kind of went a little too fast with that. Let me go back, guys. The reason why he is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, my personal opinion, is because his attributes to obviously the NBA. Okay. Yeah. Yes, he was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame in 2011 for one of the most dominant rebounding specialists and defenders in NBA history.
Exactly.
I mean, this guy over his 14th season career, he secured 5 NBA championships, won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and set a record by leading the league in rebounding for 7 consecutive. Get it out of there, Sam. There we go. Help me out. I'm fucking blubbling like a
You're getting all excited, Michael.
Whoa. I'm pulling a Biden over here. Jesus. No. Rodman is considered one of the greatest rebounders in NBA history. Okay? And for him to have the success in the NBA that he had, he also had success in the WWE.
Exactly.
For rolling through those storylines. A lot of people don't realize is that Dennis Rodman did a lot of improv during those skits and bits there during the wrestling there in 1998. All that was improv. That was all Rodman. They didn't write a script for him. They didn't tell him they told him, how to say it in certain ways, but I mean, that was a lot of improv from him, and I give him credit.
Yes, he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer, and he proved it. He proved that he could be an entertainer at that level, up there with the Hulk Hogans and the Savages and all that stuff. I mean, he proved it. I mean, I applaud him. Go for it, Dennis. Go for it, But his NBA career you're talking about, that's why they're when the Chicago Bulls, they were on that terror, winning everything. Yeah. That's why they added him to that lineup, because they want people were saying you're crazy. Why do you want Rodman on? Nobody can control Rodman. Nobody can control Rodman. And it's like, we don't want to control Rodman. We want Rodman to be Rodman, and Chicago got a couple more years out of him, I mean, the team with Rodman on there. Yeah. No, I like Dennis Rodman.
Now, did you hear with what Jim Ross is saying? Jim Ross is saying this. Jim Ross is basically saying that Dennis Rodman was originally planned for WrestleMania 13 with Goldust before WCW got him. That I remember. I remember that and I actually took this from Wrestle News, guys, so you can check out that entire article there on Wrestle News, which is from their X account. They're also on these other platforms. If you look on the top of the image, just follow Wrestling News for all your wrestling stuff. That's where I get all my wrestling stuff from, Wrestle News, because it's pretty much 90% of it's accurate. Some side little rumors and stuff from the rumor mill, but Jim Ross is like damn near accurate on this, that WWE was going to pick up Rodman for that WrestleMania 13 match with Goldust, because they looked at Rodman to play that perfect role, which they were doing like a Hollywood backlot brawl, because they were in, Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. And Rodman, with the green and different type of colored hair, would fit perfectly for that. But Eric Bischoff at the time was the old executive for WCW, made that call with Hulk Hogan there in the boardroom, and they were able to sign Rodman for a special part.
They swooped in and stole him.
That's right. That's right. And Vince McMahon at the time, back in the late 90s, was fucking pissed.
Oh, he was
pissed.
Oh, I bet he was. Yeah.
Do you know how much money that secured WCW?
I have no idea. It had to be a whole bunch of money.
I'm talking about like, millions upon millions of dollars.
Had to have been. Sure.
I think at the time it was like around like between $13 to $15 million.
I would not doubt that at all.
That's a lot of money back then, and it's still a lot of money now. But I mean, to an extent now, because obviously they get to other, Hollywood celebrities. I mean, they've used people like Chuck Norris that just sadly passed the other day, folks. So I said my condolences to the Norris family. Yes, we did lose Chuck Norris, I think over the weekend, this past weekend.
Yeah.
And, other celebrities been involved with wrestling, such as music sensation Jelly Roll,
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, they are going to the celebrity market more now because of not only what they are able to do with their fan base, but how it can merge even with the WWE and wrestling fan base.
That is a common sense merging right there. Because you're just taking two entertainment industries and joining them. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. My brain is not working today.
Your brain is never working. Jesus.
I'll get you in that ring, Michael. Come on.
I'm telling you.
No, but I mean, you got all these action stars, all these movie stars and all that stuff. Why not cross them over into the WWE? I mean, the WWE has people crossing over into the movie industry.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not do it the other way?
Why not? I mean, we made that that claim or that assumption just a few weeks ago, guys. If you go back to the old Savaged Unfiltered library, you'll see us talking about a possibility, which is now from the possibility to potential. Okay, me and the old man made this like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Okay, go back to the old episodes where WWE now is in talks with Tom Brady for Mania out there in Vegas next month for WrestleMania 42. 42 years. Wow. Yeah, it's been that long. You remember the first one back in the mid 80s with Cyndi Lauper, right? And she did the whole thing with Roddy Piper and Captain Lou Albano with the fucking paper clips coming out of his fucking ears or his cheeks or something. You know that guy, right? Captain Lou Albano, man. They did the whole like music sensation with her and, with Cyndi Lauper, and then the girls want to be only want to be girls. I forgot how that fucking song goes.
Girls want to have fun.
Yeah. I'm having a brain fart. That's what happens when you talk so much. You got to put periods and commas in there. But I mean, wrestling has.
Is that my problem? I don't use enough periods and commas.
No, you use plenty. I need to start using periods and commas. I got to remember that the old man is to the right of me here, and I have to let him speak sometimes. But no, I mean, wrestling has gone through some historical milestones. It really has.
That's why they stay relevant, because they're constantly moving and improving and trying things out. They're keeping themselves fresh. That's the only way something like that can stay like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because it just involves everybody and everybody still loves it. I mean, they just still love it.
Yeah. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these short words from our sponsor of FanDuel. Be right back, guys.
This isn't your average game day. This is war. On this explosive episode of the Savaged Unfiltered Show, Michael and the old man don't just talk about sports. They're throwing down, they're locking horns, and they're doing it with one powerful weapon, the FanDuel Sportsbook. The gloves are off. Forget the sanitized commentary. Michael and the old man are bringing the real heat. They're breaking down the matchups, analyzing the odds, and making the bold calls that have you screaming at the screen. And this time, there's more than just reputation on the line. They're betting hard. FanDuel, the playground for true legends. Because the big boys don't play safe, we demand the best, the fastest action, the widest range of bets. And that's exactly what FanDuel delivers. The ultimate rush, the thrill of the win. Get ready for the chaos. This episode of the Savaged Unfiltered Show is an absolute game changer. Michael and the old man are going all in, and you can join the action. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app now. Are you ready to play for real? This is the Savaged Unfiltered Show, brought to you by FanDuel. Let's get savage. Let's get unfiltered. Let's get betting. Gamble responsibly. Must be 21 plus and present in select states.
All right, guys, we're back to the show here. Join FanDuel today, guys, and tell them Savage and the old man sent you because, when you're looking for precise betting practices, FanDuel.com is where you're at. But I suggest downloading the app because that's where you get all the great experience within the FanDuel app. I love you guys. Thank you very much, FanDuel. Check them out today.
Hey, what kind of bets are they? What kind of bets are they taking on us?
Uh-oh.
What kind of bets are they taking on us? I mean,
he'll be out of podcasting within a year.
The old man's gonna bust a vein on live on the Savage Unfiltered Show.
Don't say that.
What kind of hints did he?
I don't know. What kind do you think?
I don't know. Is the old man going to get through a sentence without flubbing up the words?
I think it's the other way around. I think it's Savage, not the old man. The old man is trying to, help. He's trying to help Michael here, me, get through at least one sentence without sound.
Is Michael going to be able to get the old man to shoot coffee out his nose during a podcast?
Oh God, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Now, check out some of these videos here. These videos I'm about to put in here. Now, I'm not going to play it super long, guys, but this is obviously the beginning of when Rodman was coming out to the WCW audience. You got Dennis Rodman coming through the curtain there with Eric Bischoff. Guys, check this out. Yeah, fucking pop, man.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Fucking pop is crazy. Oh my God.
The opening moments of WCW Monday Nitro. Hulk Hogan, Dennis Rodman, together, Eric Bischoff in tow, and two men who will form a gigantic tag team at the main event at Bash of the Beach on July 13th. What a duo this is, Mike Devane. Well, an incredible reception for Rodman, Hogan, the entire New World Order, the United Center in Chicago, the home of the world.
Yeah, incredible reception, by the way. That pop was just crazy. The way he came out and, he's smoking a stogie there. And, I mean...
I like his shirt. NWO, bite me.
Yeah. The whole like, I like how because that whole effect towards it when it opens up, it's like new world order, like... like the whole, I love that where it's like, do it again. Like new world order. Like they stutter, and they go into that.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
I mean, look how he fit in. He was at home. It wasn't any different than if he was walking into the basketball with a playoff or a championship mode. I mean, he looked right at home, man.
Yeah. He didn't have his colored hair there. It was just the natural black hair, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they probably talked about it. They probably talked about it. This is what we have envisioned for you, Rodman. We have you look. We envision you looking like this to fit in. And you know that's
yeah,
the one thing about Rodman. Like I said, he's an entertainer. He's an athlete,
yeah.
and he'll listen and he'll say that we'd like to have you get rid of your colored hair and go. Oh, no problem. Yeah, okay. Now I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. That's how Rodman is.
I think because of the character that they want him to play, it was that white and black type of persona with NWO, right? The white and black colors.
Right.
So obviously, he had to fit that. Can you imagine Dennis Rodman coming out wearing like fucking purple hair? I mean, that would not even work.
Not in that scenario. No, that would not work. And he understood that. That's why he didn't do it,
Yeah.
But now put him in purple and green hair in an NBA championship game. Yeah, baby.
It's a high possibility. I mean, high possibility.
I think he did. I say that because I think he actually wore hair like that in the championship game.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did,
And then he went out and tore it up. He went out and tore up rebounds and just was a pain in the butt to everybody on the opposing team.
Yeah. Allegedly.
I just like Dennis Rodman, man. I like Dennis Rodman. I loved watching him play. See, that was the era that I was watching basketball, was when Dennis Rodman was with the Detroit Pistons, when he came out there, the bad boys of Detroit,
Yeah.
And that was my era of basketball, and I loved it. He fit right in with the bad boys of Detroit. That whole team could have went and did a WWE thing. Because they were all bad to the bone. I mean, they could all.
Well, they could have did a WWE thing, but WWE lost that opportunity, and the opponent to replace Rodman was none other than Roddy Piper to face Goldust back in '98.
Yeah.
And
how did that end up? How did that end up?
They pulled it out pretty well, but they used like stupid, tacky shit that they pulled from the 1997 OJ thing. Right? They used like the old like famous like white Bronco going down the
freeway.
And they're thinking that's Piper going down the freeway after Goldust, and you could see like Jerry Lawler saying, "Wait a minute, that video looks very familiar." Yeah. He's poking at the fucking OJ scene. Yeah.
Now, isn't that the guy that was in that movie They Live? Isn't that the wrestler that was in that movie, that Roddy Piper?
Yeah, he put glasses on and you would see see
the aliens, see what they were really like.
Yeah, where he's like, I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Did you know that the fight scene in that movie in the alley is still regarded as one of the best Hollywood fight scenes ever?
Which one?
The one with him and the black guy in the alley, Roddy.
Really?
Yeah. It was so well put together and so well done. Yeah.
Wow. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I read that a long time ago.
Yeah, news to me.
Hey, I read things. I'm an old man. I remember.
Now check what TMZ is putting out this year. I'll kind of scroll down, guys, so you could follow with me. TMZ basically putting this on their TMZ Sports section here. Dennis Rodman adds another Hall of Fame to his resume. This time it's WWE. There's the famous colored hair, right?
Yes.
Yeah. There he is, folks. All right, Dennis Rodman.
That's the Rodman we're used to.
Yeah, he's headed to the Hall of Fame, folks. I mean, look.
He is.
Yeah, there's him with his yellow hair there from '95, playing for Chicago. For those of y'all wondering why Rodman wasn't just a 5-time NBA champion who dominated the boards for 14 seasons, Also had a career in professional wrestling, making his debut with WCW in 1997, becoming a member of NWO. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. There's some of the teaming up with Diamond Dallas Page, Macho Man Randy Savage, Lex Luger during their Bash at the Beach pay-per-view back in the day.
Bash at the Beach.
Yeah. Now, the Worm later made appearances with iGeneration Superstars of Wrestling and All Elite, which were other promotions here in the nation. And then Rodman was also, like I mentioned this earlier before, folks, was inducted in the NBA Hall of Fame in 2011. So, and now he's going to be taking his place in the WWE Hall of Fame during WrestleMania weekend on April 17th next month in Las Vegas. The folks at TMZ are basically congratulating Dennis Rodman for that achievement.
And that's going to be another record in his resume. He's going to be the only person to be in both the WNBA and the WWE's Hall of Fame.
That's right.
There ain't nobody else to do it. Only Dennis Rodman. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Now, I mean, do you remember, before we kind of lose time here on the show, do you remember when during the first two rounds of the 1986 draft, do you remember what team that was? There was two men. There was John Sally and there was Dennis Rodman himself. In the first two rounds of the 86 draft for the NBA, there was a team that selected him. I'm going to play a little trivia knowledge here with the old man, see if he knows his basketball trivia. Wasn't it the Detroit Pistons? The Detroit Pistons, that's right. Yeah. There's an old photo of them. Look how young he looked. Yeah. Damn. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And two of one of the greats from the NBA right there, John Sally and Dennis Rodman. Yes. Yep. Yeah. And they went on to both went on to have great careers with the Detroit Pistons. Yeah. That was pretty wild. You know, and the reason that Dennis got, was that the pick that he was, like you said, and like you alluded to at the beginning of this episode, it wasn't for his shooting, it was for his defense and for his rebounding. You think so? Is a rebounding machine, yeah. I mean, that's probably why they picked him, right? I mean, it is. No, I'm saying that's exactly why they picked him. Yeah. For his rebounding and all that. Yeah. Other teams hated the Pistons. One of the reasons the other teams hated playing the Pistons was Dennis Rodman. Because he was like a yellow jacket wasp on everybody when it came to defense. And he did what he needed to do to get rebounds. People hated playing against him. Yeah. Because he was good. He was good at what he did. Yeah. And I just look at the smile it puts on my face to see and remember the things I do of Dennis Rodman playing basketball. Yeah. Now he was good with entertainment, kind of. I wanted to, throw in a little bit of his basketball legacy that he led with the NBA, but I also want to talk about what he contributed with the WWE and WCW. Here's an interview by Mean Gene Okerlund, right? Mean Gene Okerlund and Jimmy Hart, right? Those two with the Hulkster here. Check this video out, guys.
On the place, man. Take it easy, big man. Right now, we got Vader.
Yeah. Play that again.
On the place, man. Take it easy, big man. Right now, we got Vader.
Take it easy, big man. He rips it right off. I don't think that was intended to be on air. I think that was like a little improv thing. That was an improv thing, yeah. You could tell the way it was like last minute because it caught Hogan off guard. Like, hey, easy, big man. Easy, big man. Like, he rips that shit right off, man. Right off. Yeah. But
Play it again. Play it again.
you want me to play it again?
Yeah.
Third time's a charm, right?
Come on, man.
Third time's a charm. One more time.
I'm the
Jesus.
place, man. Take it easy, big man. Right now, we got Vader.
All right, no more times. That fucking 3 times. Not going for the 4th time, guys.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah. But I mean, he was just man, a sight for sore eyes, like for just a person that can deliver here. Coming in with the fucking what was that, a Lincoln Cadillac town card here, guys.
You're looking live as the limousine is pulled up here to the United Center, the home of a world champion Chicago Bulls. Tonight is the home of professional wrestling's #1 program.
Not sure how to tackle your taxes? Are you sweating the small print? You may be experiencing FOMO, the fear of messing up. The answer? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. It's time to take your taxes to the max. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Live! Oh my goodness! That is an NWO limousine! Tony Schiavone, Larry Zbyszko, Mike Bonet. There they are! The Red Pack!
There they are. I just love that music, by the way. I mean, there's Hogan right there. You got
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. You got the whole clan of NWO, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac. Sadly, the one there in the back there, Scott Hall, sadly passed away from a heart attack. But I mean, obviously, these videos date back to the late 90s, guys. But NWO bite me. Yeah, he's got the shirt there for you. And they're just, I mean, they're riding in style, man. Look at them. Yeah. They're having fun.
Hey, I want to say something before we run out of time.
Yeah.
But Dennis Rodman, I mean, he had to face a lot of mental issues in his life. And,
yes, he did.
And we are lucky that he is still alive. But he fought through those issues. He's a good example of dealing with problems in your life, working through the problems, get beyond your issues and your problems and live your life, because he had a lot of dark mental problems. And if you watch a documentary on Dennis Rodman, it all comes out. It's not a secret. He talks about it. And I'm just, that's another reason why I'm glad that he's getting this recognition, because the guy has been through it. He's been through a lot of crap in his life, and he's made it. He survived. He's a survivor.
He's been through a lot. I mean, even a friend of his, Felicia Fox, you know who she is? She has came out and said some things with his personal struggles of mental illness, and I mean, just everything with that. Mm-hmm. Really good friend here, Felicia Fox. This was back in 1997. With her making those.
That's Vivian.
Did I say Felicia? Vivian. Another on-air gaffe, guys. I apologize for that. Thank you, old man, coming in and saving me, rescuing me.
You should probably clear these things with me before we go on air.
Yeah. All right. Vivian
Fox.
It's tend to happen from time to time, Yeah. She came out and personally said, his achievements he made through many of what you just mentioned. Yeah. So other than that, I mean, as we kind of close up, Tom, Dennis Rodman entering the Hall of Fame there and the celebrity wing. Congratulations.
Way to go, Dennis.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves it. Good job. Good job.
This had been a Truth Productions media episode. Thank you for listening.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.